close on some stuff, or just what did Oakland do that caused some problems?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a combination of things. It's we got to do a better job as a group. But yeah, I think when we watch the film, I think everyone in the building and quarterback to coach to, we know there's room for improvement, but we also know we were very close and it was sound football. And sometimes things just don't go your way, or you don't make a play. And it was unfortunate that the first drive, when we were down there, with trick play or whatever, it was just really a screen to the left, and guy gets beat, and we have a guy fall down, and we have a guy fall down in the end zone as the primary receiver, gets taken out, and things happen in the course of football, and you got to adjust. We got to do a better job.
With guys falling down, I mean, look, they were playing on the same field as you guys, but how much was the surface a factor?
I mean, you don't want to make excuses, but San Francisco can be the same way. I know the Coliseum can be this way late in the year. You get close to the bay, you get moisture on the field, and then you play on a baseball surface that's that's tightly mown, that's dirt to grass. It'll affect some players more than others with their style of play. A guy like Cortland's a bigger guy. His feet go on the ground. It's a little easier. The little guys, they get bumped around on a surface like that, they're going to slip. And I think, unfortunately for Emmanuel, he was the primary target on a couple of plays, and that happened. And, I wouldn't change a thing. The plays that were called, I would go to him every day of the week. I love him, and it's just one of those things. It's football, and you got to adjust.
He said that afterwards, because it appeared from us that he wasn't being targeted, but he blamed himself because of the field and that he was actually being targeted. Is he a priority?
Absolutely. I mean, in the openers, he was a big part of the plan. Obviously, it was a little odd how the game started. We had 7 plays in the first quarter, so it was hard to get a rhythm. But, the second play in the red zone, I guarantee you when he broke the huddle and I was sitting in the box and every coach and every player watched the play before the snap thought he was scoring a touchdown, and he beat the guy on a play he's won on in this league a couple of times. I mean, he's a clinic real guy on the route. And unfortunately, he fell down, and that just happens. I mean, it's just football sometimes. It's no one's to blame. We just gotta make sure we do a better job and adjust, and move forward and hope it doesn't happen again.
How big a loss is Juwan James, and what's your confidence like in Elijah there?
Yeah, I mean, Juwan was playing really well. It was it's terrible to lose somebody early in a game. It's part of the what happens during the course of the year. Fortunately, it wasn't significant. It could have been a lot worse. It's hard to replace somebody like that, but fortunately, I think Elijah did a great job once he got in the game and kind of settled down. I thought in the second half he played very well. I thought the O-line as a group played very well. I thought they were physical. They came off the ball. You can see where we can be very successful moving forward. And, I feel confident, and those guys are ready to go.
Dalton specifically seemed to have a pretty solid game. Has he surprised you at all just coming in here as a rookie?
He has. I mean, we drafted him in that position because I think everyone in the building felt very strongly he had the make of it to be successful in our style of offense. And one of the things that's very underrated, especially in our offense, is we said that the guards have to be quick processors. Their mind, when the ball snapped, they have to see things, and they have, in fractions of seconds, make quick decisions, and that makes them the faster, better player. He has a rare gift that his mind can do that. We felt that way about him coming out. He's proven it. He's helped, I think he's helped Garrett be a better player because of it, because they communicate well. And I think that, he's got a lot of upside, and he's excited where he's at. For a guy playing in his first game, he did a really nice job. Really nice job.
Certainly you want to dictate to the defense, but with their outside linebackers, how much does it change your game plan with tight ends trying to help your outside tackles?
You talking about this week against the Bears?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's the problem with the Bears, which makes them one of the anomalies in the history of the league, in my opinion. It's why last year they were the best defense in the league, I thought, by a mile. They have all-pro game changers in every level of their defense. I mean, they have it at safety, they have it at corner, they have it at Roquan Smith might be as good an inside linebacker as is in this league. He's got incredible instinct, speed. He's talented. He's gifted. You have 2 dynamic interior players, and you have arguably the best defensive player in the league setting the edge and rushing the passer. So there's a reason why that they are what they are. They're a huge challenge, but we're up for it. Can't wait for it. Got to take care of the football. Got to stay out of 3rd and long. Got to be able to, eke out some runs, be creative with some things, and help the tackles when you need to. That's always part of it. And go out there and get after them.
Sutton had 120. Do you see him a lot more comfortable working the middle of the field than maybe you saw on tape last year?
Yeah, I just, I felt very strongly about him since the day I got here. You could see it at the end of last year. There were times I thought, like last year in the Cincinnati game, I thought he looked like the best player on the field. And you can see flashes of it. I think it's slowing down. He's getting better. He looked fresh. He looked fast. He looked youthful. He had his legs rolling. He looked like a real player out there. And you could see it from the box. And, yeah, he was a difference maker in that game. And, I really felt like had we got another op there at the end, we would have had a real chance because of him. You could just see it. He's coming to life, and that'll make everyone else better. And we're excited about that.
Can I ask you, the very first play call after that, did you say it only goes up from here? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that's football. You live by the sword, die by the sword. I know this. I want to be a fearless play caller, and I want our players to be fearless players and not be afraid to fail. You don't want to fail. It's part of the game. Obviously, I'd like to have it back, but there are going to be scars when you take chances. I mean, we ran a little handback play to Phillip that went for 15. That was a gadget play too, and that could have been a negative too. You just don't know sometimes. And first play of the game. You got to accept it, and I have to get better as a play caller in those situations. That's just part of it, and I will, and I think we all will.
Where was your rhythm with Flacco? What do you want to see from him this week, especially against that front?
Yeah, I mean, with the Bears, you just want to stay close. I mean, you're not going to go run away from these guys. They're just last year they led the turnover margin. I want to say by they had maybe 10 or 11 more than anyone else in the league. If you can't play into their hand. It's about taking care of the football. It's about being a smart team and being calculated and taking shots, but you have to take your shots. You got to keep them honest. You got to go up on them, but you got to do it in a way that allows the quarterback to function and keeps them off of you. I think our line played well. I think that I'm looking forward to the challenge of seeing where we're at. I mean, this is the best measuring stick you'll ever go against. And you go hold your own against the Bears, you know where you stand.
When you're diagnosing the defense and figuring out what kind of plays you want to call, how beneficial is it for you to have that bird's eye view?
I think it's great. I mean, you could kind of see kind of what's unfolding. I think it's kind of like I could feel the run game about to pop. And I was asked the question, you don't play in preseason, some of that stuff. And I had a feeling it might take a little time. We just didn't have a lot of plays in that first half. But I could see it in the box. We were coming off the ball, and we were close. And we had 2 runs in that last 2-minute drive before the half where I was like, all right, it's going to happen. And we came in at halftime. No one was panicked. We're all on the same page, and I felt like we put a good balanced plan together when we came out at halftime, and I felt like we got after them up front. And I thought the line really was physical. The backs ran tough and hard, and we saw glimpses of what the future is, and I'm excited about that. We're not there yet. It's a work in progress. We got to be better as coaches, but I think we have a real shot to be there.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Thank you.